Kumquats are native of Southeast Asia and prefer a sunny location. We grow them outdoors here in 10A, but you can try growing them by a sunny window if you live in a colder climate. This little kumquat is packed with flavor, but it's also packed with nutrition. This has about 13 calories per kumquat. It has 1.3 grams of fiber and 3 grams of carbohydrates. So half of your carbohydrates are fiber. So these are great for you. And they also contain about 14% of your vitamin C. Really healthy and delicious. My kumquat tree is small and only produces once a season, so I tend to dry them so I can use them later in cooking. Drying them is one of my favorite ways of using kumquats besides eating them fresh, because I can reconstitute them in tea or in cooking to make something that's really refreshing. After slicing them into 1/8 inch pieces, I'm going to layer them into this bamboo basket. You can use a food dehydrator as well, but if you put them in a basket and leave them someplace dry, they'll dry nice and crisp in a couple of weeks. This kumquat honey preserve can be used a multitude of ways. I use it in my tea, you can use it as a glaze in cooking, and you can also use it as a spread on bread or toast. The recipe is simple, and it just takes 2 cups of sliced kumquats, 1/4 of a cup of white sugar, 1/4 of a cup of honey, and 1/4 of a cup of water. You'll want to bring this mixture to a boil, and you'll see that the slices have become a little bit transparent. That's when you know it's done. Let it boil for just a few more minutes, and that'll allow the sugar to thicken and make sure this turns into more of a preserve.
Are we dreaming, dreaming? Are we dreaming? Are we dreaming?
After I poured the mixture into a pint-sized mason jar, I fill the rest of the jar with pure, raw, unfiltered honey and give it a stir. Once covered, this mixture will be able to stay in your refrigerator for a couple of months. Another native of Southeast Asia is this Camillia tree, and they bloom here in the winter in zone 10A, the same time as my kumquat tree, so they'll make a perfect pair for making my Camillia kumquat mint tea. Both the blossoms and the leaves are edible on the Camillia tree, and they do have a nice, delicate fragrance. Make sure you wash them well before you dry them and get all the bugs and everything out of them. Again, you can use a food dehydrator, but I'm going to place them in this bamboo basket and put them on top of my refrigerator. After a couple of weeks on top of my refrigerator, the blossoms and the leaves are dry and ready for storage so I can use them in tea later. This is also where I dried my kumquats, so now we'll go ahead and pull together the tea. Both Kumquats and camellia blossoms can be used fresh or dried. It's nice to have the dried ones so that once my fresh ones are gone, I still have this beautiful flavor for tea. I like to use fresh mint. It has so much more flavor than dry mint. And I put a little bit of the kumquat honey in the bottom of my cup and just mash it with the mint to give it that nice fresh flavor. This is one of my favorite afternoon drinks. It is refreshing because you have that citrus, you have the mint, a little sweetness from the kumquats and the honey, a little bit of that camellia flower aroma. It's just a great combination. But you do have to use fresh mint. I've tried it with dried mint. Doesn't quite cut it. It just has to be fresh. So give that a try. I want to thank you for watching this video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos, please hit the subscribe button. Until the next time, I hope you enjoy this recipe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.